The Gulf War oil spill grows as each side blames the other. And Patriot missiles repel another Iraqi attack on Saudi Arabia. This is the CBS Evening News. Bob Schieffer reporting. Good evening. The United States today accused Iraq of waging ecological warfare in the Persian Gulf as one of the biggest oil spills in history grew larger by the minute. President Bush ordered pollution and environmental experts to the Gulf to help fight the spill. The Pentagon says that Iraq is intentionally pumping crude oil into the Gulf, but Iraq says the spill is coming from Iraqi tankers, which were bombed by Allied warplanes. Juan Vasquez has our report.
The magnitude of the environmental disaster became increasingly evident today as pools of black oil oozed across the beaches of Saudi Arabia. Even military officials were surprised at the destruction.
I mean, the scale of this thing is really huge, and it therefore does have to be carefully looked at.
At last report, the spill was 8 miles wide and 30 miles long, with oil still gushing out. At full capacity, the pumps at the sabotage terminal on Sea Island can dump nearly 2.5 million barrels of oil per day into the water. The oil is moving counterclockwise with the tide around the Gulf.
So what you see is a picture of a great disaster as far as pollution goes, because this Gulf is a closed sea.
The Gulf countries rely on desalination plants to purify most of the water they use. The purified water is also crucial to the soldiers of Operation Desert Storm.
We depend a great deal on desalination, and therefore there is a hazard from the oil in our desalination plant.
Saudi experts say the water intakes are too deep to be affected. Nevertheless, stopping the damage is a priority, and the government has received offers of help from around the world.
We began to do contingency plans about 2 weeks ago when we expected that eventually there would be hostilities and that oil would be released in the Gulf. But we began this current phase following a telephone call from Riyadh the day before yesterday.
Naval officials say none of this has affected wartime operations. U.S. and Saudi spokesmen insist the oil spill would not hinder an amphibious assault upon Kuwait. But there is nothing that can be done for the dying wildlife. Their tragedy, an ominous prelude to the devastation of a deepening war. Juan Vasquez, CBS News, Eastern Saudi Arabia.
In its latest round of missile attacks, Iraq tonight fired 4 Scuds at Israel, no damage reported there yet, and 1 at Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. With more on the Saudi attack now, here's Scott Pelley.
The war of the missiles raged on over Saudi Arabia tonight with another explosive impact in the Saudi capital, Riyadh. It was the second detonation in 24 hours. Last night in Riyadh, 1 person was killed, 20 others wounded, when a Scud warhead blasted a government building. The Scud had been hit by a U.S. Patriot missile, but the warhead fell intact.
And how the missile breaks up once it's been impacted, I think, is just a chance event, and the missile is being struck by the Patriot as intended. We have to, things come out of the sky when you have an impact like that.
Attention on site, attention on site, we have a Scud alert.
In Arabia, U.S. Patriot crews scrambled. They are the last Scud defense. Using this system against missiles was only a theory until last week. Now, almost every night, the supersonic Patriots fire into the sky. U.S. authorities claim that in Arabia, the Patriots have hit every missile they were launched against. The Scud barrage is apparently retaliation for the Allied air campaign against Iraq. Tonight, there is late word from Riyadh. Apparently, the missile debris that fell there impacted in a relatively unpopulated area. The damage appears to be light. The injuries few, if any. Bob?
Thank you, Scott.